Wow.
Hmm.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Life on the Blockchain. I am Rudolph. Today we have a lot to talk about. This recording, screen recording, literally just stopped recording. So I've said a lot, and now I have to say a lot all over again. Okay, I'm not happy right now. Basically, the title of this video is "What Now? What Now?" Unless you're living under a rock, you should be aware that the largest crypto liquidation in history happened on Friday. About 19 billion was wiped from the market in a matter of literally an hour, just a few hours. 19 billion gone like that. The COVID liquidation was 1 point something billion, I believe. FTX a little bit above that. This is the largest it's ever been. Like, these are unseen numbers. A lot of people everywhere got destroyed. We even have like an OG, I believe, Russian guy commit suicide in his Lamborghini. Like, how poetic is that? So I just want to start this off with, if you are, if you've lost a lot of money in this and you're going through a lot, I hope that you talk to somebody, okay, and that you realize that it's not about money isn't everything. Like, I'm sure everyone has some type of family around, a friend around, like that matters more. You matter to people in your life, okay? So yeah, don't make any crazy, don't do anything crazy if you've lost hundreds of thousands of millions. Like, people all over the timeline, their portfolios have been completely destroyed, wiped out in a matter of like minutes, you know. So basically, we have this thing going on my channel where, every month, at least, the first week of the month or something like that, I upload a video, and I look for alt season, essentially. So I feel like we have finally found alt season. Okay. Because every time we have like massive liquidations like this, the market rallies. Maybe there's another leg down, you know, but afterwards the market rallies. Like, a lot of assets crashed 80%. Like, XRP went to like $1. That's major. XRP on some exchanges went to like 79 cents, 80 cents. That is insane. XRP yesterday that was at $3, went to 80 cents. Like, that is insane. Ton did the same type of disgusting correction. Crashed. I didn't know this market was like, this leverage. Like, I didn't know people everywhere were playing with leverage like this. I didn't know it was like this big thing. Although I should have known. Which brings me to, who is responsible for this? I don't know who's responsible for this. Also, I just want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. But some people are blaming Trump for this, and I don't blame them for blaming Trump. Suspicious activity went on over there, with Trump, right? There was suspicious stuff going on. And literally, Trump Trump was like, he made a tweet or a post somewhere, I don't know, maybe on his own social, about imposing an additional 100% tariff on top of the already existing tariffs on China. And people are saying that is why the market crashed. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. What I do know is that with his World Liberty Finance coin, whatever rubbish BS, literally an hour before, millions were, were dumped. So I don't know what that means. Did Trump and his people know something? And then 30 minutes before, like, another 50% of whatever that was dumped again. An hour before, you know, BlackRock that morning of had sold $1 million worth of their Bitcoin. So there are insiders involved in this. Some people are blaming CZ. People are like, CZ creates this Aster Dex. He's telling everybody there's going to be an airdrop. Literally on my timeline, influencers that I never heard of before were showing up, farming Aster. You know, farming Aster. Some people that I thought were like too big for airdrops were on my timeline farming Aster. So I'm like, what does this mean? What's going on? So everybody literally flew over there. Everybody flew over to Aster to start, interacting and playing with leverage so that, they could be eligible for, the airdrop. And apparently the airdrop farmers got paid dust. Like they didn't make any money from this, which is insane. So yeah, so people are really not happy with CZ right now. People are like they feel betrayed by him, that he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, blah 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 blah. I personally like CZ. I think he's the like last real life gangster standing. Like did he force you? Did he like take your hand and force you to click whatever you needed to click to get the liquidation and the liquidation and the leverage and the stuff going? No, and he didn't do that. You did that. If anything, blame the influencers all over the timeline that were non-stop talking about this. Aster and perp deck situation. Everywhere it was Aster versus Hyperliquid. Aster like, I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is, and I don't care, and I don't want to know what it is. Please, please, you know. So, anyways, I just want to say that I'm not judging anyone. The only reason I didn't participate in this is because I don't know how to use leverage. I never learned, thank God, and I never want to learn. In Jesus' name, amen. And yeah, so yeah, I never learned. I don't want to learn. So leverage is dangerous, man. Just straight spots. And even if I did know, I wouldn't like, I wouldn't risk more than 0.001% of my portfolio on it. Like I don't know how people do leverage and put like insane amounts of money in it, just knowing that it could all go to zero, knowing that this is crypto, knowing that the market is extremely volatile, knowing that this isn't some place that even if you're right in the direction that the market is headed in, things like this happen. Like why would anybody do, like why would you think, I don't, I don't know, okay. So yeah, even if I did use leverage, it would have been like $100. I'm too broke to do anything above that, honestly. So, and hopefully that will change soon. Anyways, this is my where is alt season video, and I finally think we found her, because with the COVID liquidation, the markets rallied right after. Everybody thought it was over. Imagine lockdown, virus going around, people are just dying, new vaccine, it's like, wear a mask, you can't go outside, it's dangerous. Imagine like that fear and panic and that like whatever that crash would have felt like. I guess that's what this feels like, except for I don't use leverage, so this isn't really like I'm not feeling the pain that others are feeling. So that's what this is. And then the FTX collapse happened in 2022, and I was here for that, and I remember feeling sad because it was like my whole entire family knows I'm doing this crypto thing, and I'm sure they're going to see the news about FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried and blah 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 blah, and it's just going to be like another thing, another thing of wow, like, so that FTX situation I felt, even though I don't trade leverage and I didn't actually have much skin in the game at the time at all, but I still felt it, you know. So, but I wasn't surprised because even at that time I followed the blockchain backer, and he prepared us for this. He didn't prepare us for FTX specifically, but he called the bottom at 17K Bitcoin. And with the FTX collapse, Bitcoin went to 15K. So, like 2000, okay. And, so I wasn't like too jaded by it, but I still felt something. Whereas this time around, with the largest liquidation in all of crypto history, I feel absolutely nothing, And I think that's primarily because I don't know what my portfolio balance is. If price goes up, I don't know what that looks like. If how much money I've made when price goes up. When price goes down, I also don't know how much money I've made. Or how much money I've lost. I don't know what's going on with my portfolio. I don't want to know. Unless Jesus, I'm not a financial advisor. Unless Jesus goes to like 500 million, a billion market cap, I'm not interested in looking at whatever that number is. Okay. So that's just it for me. So anyways, I think alt season is not far. I feel like before, I had doubts. I wasn't sure. I was extremely anxious about things. Also I listened to the blockchain backer again. Yeah, he literally was the only one that said, something scary was about to happen, and because of this, he went 50%. He put 50% of his portfolio in cash. He was the only one that said something very scary is going to happen very, very soon. Only him. We have a Benjamin Cohen out there pretending like he knew this was going to happen when he didn't. The guy's charts literally don't make any sense. Okay? So I just wanted to say that out there because I really like, he's, this guy is literally, he made a YouTube video trying to play it off like he was right. You didn't predict a bear market style crash. You did not say that that was what was going to happen. You freaking liar. Only one person said that it was possible, and that was the blockchain backer. And just so everyone knows, I listen to everybody. I'm literally like an open person. Even with people that I don't like, I will listen and hear your side, always, and then decide, is what this person saying, does it make sense, or is this person actually a dumbass? And there are tons of dumbasses out there. I myself am a dumbass, but the difference is I know I'm a dumbass, and the rest of the dumbasses really believe that they are special. Like it's crazy to me, you know. It's crazy to me. But yeah, I think, all that fear, all that anxiousness, all that wondering where alt season is, it's done now. It's done now. It's over now. I'm bullish. As you guys know, I'm a Jesus tokens. We have mail, so I'm a Jesus tokens believer. I go to, crypto church every day. I pray. I literally all over my timeline on Twitter was telling people that lost tons of money. People literally got wiped out tens of millions, in 10 seconds, literally. I tell them to pray, come to crypto church and pray. That's what I do, because it helps. It actually really does help. So this message is for Jesus tokens from the subject, cranky neighbors. Dear Jesus tokens, your neighbors are complaining about some sort of flickering lights going on at your place. They claim that it interferes with their television reception and they want you to stop whatever it is you're doing. Wait, see. I've never heard of anything like that, but you should probably have that checked out. Anyway, thanks. Anyways, it's the ghost. We have a ghost in this house. I don't know what the ghost wants from us. Anyways, the family. Oh, she's leaving now, but the family was all in one place. Oh, she changed it. Okay, cute. So yeah, guys, like I don't know. I just don't know. Um, but okay, yeah. Back to what I was saying. I remember what I was saying. Yeah, I believe. I believe. Excuse me. That we have found alt season. Okay, I believe that before everybody was confused. Like, where is it? We are this deep into the market. Why hasn't something happened yet? And finally, something has happened. And it's what happened on Friday. And now that tension, that stress, that anxiousness has been relieved, and we can look forward to the future. Brighter days ahead. The worst of it is over. That's what I believe. Again, not a financial advisor, and yeah, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. The worst of it's over, and I'm looking forward to the future. I'm really excited. I think Jesus tokens, excuse me, goes places, and I have a little bit of a cold, and I think crypto church um continues to grow, obviously. So that's it. The whole family's in the main bedroom. Some people are snoozing. Disciples reading a book. Disciple 2 is still a baby. Things are looking good. Things are cute. So that's it, guys. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're not like worried about this market. I really do feel like the worst of it is over. Even if we do get like one final pullback or something like that, I don't even think it's that serious, guys. Honestly, I think everything's okay. And just wait for things to to finally look like they're settling themselves, and then when that happens, just wait for things to finally, yeah. And then when that happens, you know, maybe take action because not a financial advisor, not telling anybody to do anything. Anyways, if you are a bag worker, I made a video of bag work, and I'm sorry to those people. I don't even know what bag work's at right now, but keep believing, keep the faith alive, and the bag workers are gonna make it. Everybody's gonna make it when alt season, which I believe we have found now. It hasn't arrived, but we found it. So my next video, maybe in November, will be I finally have found alt season. Um, yeah. So when alt season shows up, this entire market will rally. The same way this 19 billion liquidation affected everyone. Like nobody was immune to it. Is the same way when things start to go up, nobody will be immune to the money that floods into this market. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to this entire video, and I will see everyone in the next one. Bye.